Hello there, Alistair here from the Havilland Aircraft Museum again. There was a company, a subsidiary of de Havilland in the 1930s called de Havilland Propellers, and they went into business making for those days a new sophisticated type of propeller that could change its pitch in flight, a controllable pitch propeller, and that was quite a new innovation in the 1930s. It played a very important part in wartime aircraft. A lot of Spitfires, Hurricanes and Lancasters actually flew with de Havilland variable pitch propellers. Now after the war, it was the jet age, people weren't putting so many propellers on aircraft anymore, so the company had to diversify, and they diversified into guided weapons, so missiles and rockets. And what we have here is three examples of the rockets that de Havilland built. The first one I'm going to show you is this one here. It's called Firestreak, de Havilland Firestreak, and it's a first generation heat-seeking missile. It would have been carried by aircraft such as our early Seavix and also by the English Electric Lightning fighter and the Gloucester Javelin fighter. Now, it's a rocket motor down the back, and there's a heat-seeking head at the front, a guidance system at the front, which basically sees a hot spot in the sky, such as the jet exhaust of an enemy aircraft. And there's a special coated sensor head in the top that's on gimbals, and it can swivel, and it can track this thing, and as the gimbal moves, as the device moves, so that movement is transmitted to the guidance system of the missile, and it moves these fins down at the bottom to steer the missile towards its target. The warhead actually in this missile is down the back, it's actually around here. So there's the first generation de Havilland Firestreak. Next we come to this one, which was built when de Havilland became part of the Hawker Siddeley Group, and it's called the Red Top. It's a more sophisticated version of the Firestreak. It flies faster, it's got a longer range, but it still works on exactly the same principle, basically, of a heat seeker head in the front of the missile, which will pick up the hot spot in the sky, home onto that, steer the fins at the back to guide the missile towards its target. The warhead now is at the front, and it's got what's called a proximity fuse on it, which means that it won't explode on impact with the target. It will explode when the missile is actually very close to the target in order to maximise the damage. So there's the Red Top. That was carried again by the Lightning fighter, and it was also carried by the later marks of the Sea Vixen as well, by the Mark II Sea Vixen. Lots more technology developed by the company, but the third missile we have for you here was built in the days of BAE Systems, and it's a Skyflash. Now, it was a very sophisticated development of an American missile called the Sparrow, with a lot of different systems on board and a greater level of sophistication. It was carried by the Tornado aircraft, the Panavia Tornado, so it was used by the Royal Air Force, the Saudi Air Force, the Italian Air Force as well. It was also used by the Swedish Air Force on some of their aircraft. The guidance system now is not heat-seeking anymore, it's radar. So there's a radar system in the front, a very sophisticated radar system which will guide the missile to its target. This one here is actually a replica, and we have the Mill Green Museum to thank for this. So if you're watching, if you're watching from the Mill Green Museum, thank you very much indeed, Emma, for looking after this missile for us for a very long time, and then letting us have it at the beginning of the year when we had our brand new hangar open, and we finally had somewhere to put it on show with its two older brothers. So thanks very much for that. Hope you've enjoyed that. Stay well, stay safe, keep in touch, stay tuned. Thanks.